Welcome friends in a lecture series of Operation Research, in which today we are going to learn about the game theory. So first of all, what is the game theory? Before going on theory, what is the game? When in any business situation or any competitive environment, there are always a conflict between the some course of action between number of players. Say there are in a particular business there are n number of players are there or n number of parties are there, and there are some conflict or some course of action between these n players about their businesses or about their prize war or anything. So that is called as a game when there is a conflict between n number of players for a particular situation. So this is called game, and for that game it have some course of action called as a strategy. So when there are n number of players have a little bit conflict on a particular situation, it is called as a game, and with the proper strategies or say some course of action, and for that some strategies they always have some gain or loss, or it is called as a payoff for that particular game. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the game between two players. Here there are n players for the game, but for the course in this course we will study only game with the two players only, and in this one player is gainer, or one player is simply a winner, and another player is a loser, which will always lose the game. So for this chapter we will consider only a game with the two players, and in which one player is gainer and another player is loser, with the some payoff matrix. Here the always payoff is indicated by in the matrix form, in the form of matrix always. So now let us understand the classification of game or different games. So classification of game is three types of classification. First is according to the number of player, So according to the number of player, if there are n players, then it is called as n player game. It is a 2 player, then it is called a 2 player game, and 3 player it is called as a 3 player game, and so on. So by this way we can classify the game according to the number of player. Then second way of the classification is the nature of strategies. So according to the nature of strategy, there are two subtype: mixed pure strategy game, and mixed strategy game. Now in the pure strategy game, player always play with the particular or a single course of action or a single strategy, while in the mixed strategy game, player will play with the more than one strategy with the some probability, and the total probability equal to 1. So in the pure strategy, a player will play with the only fixed particular strategy or particular course of action, while in the mixed strategy, player will play with more than one strategies with the some probability for all these strategies. And the third way of classification is according to the nature of the final outcome. According to the nature of final outcome. So according to the nature of final outcome, say here always final outcome will be always in the form of a payoff matrix, and here the payoff matrix is always positive for the particular positive for a gainer and negative for the loser. Let's suppose there are two player A, this is the payoff matrix, this is payoff matrix, and this is the player B. If the value here in this chapter, we will always consider the player A as a gainer. Player A is a gainer player and player B is always a loser. So whatever the value or whatever the element here, if it is positive, then it will indicate the payoff or the positive value for the A. It is gaining or gain or the profit for the A, and it is the loss for the loser, or it is the loss for a player B. But if it is any negative value, then negative value indicate the loss for the gainer or the loss for the player A, and the profit for the gainer or the profit for the loser. So this is the payoff matrix. Payoff matrix may be a 2 by 2. If there are two person will play with the two strategies, it may be a m by n. If player A will play with the m number of strategies and player B will play with the n number of strategies. So in this chapter we will study different type of games like 2 by 2 game, m by 2 game, n by 2 game, or this type of 2 by n game. So here 2 column and 2 row, m by 2 game. So there are a number of strategies for player A and the only 2 strategies for player B. Here only 2 strategies for player B, and number of strategies for n is for player A. Or if we have a m by n type of matrix, we will convert this into the 2 by 2 matrix, and then we will solve for it. Here in this chapter we have total four number of methods. First one is the arithmetic method to solve the game, arithmetic method. Second one is the algebraic method, then matrix method, then we have a graphical method, and lastly for the m minus m we can solve directly by a linear programming problem. But linear programming problem is not in our syllabus, so we will see only this four method to solve the game. Okay, now let's start with the first type of game, which is a 2-person zero sum game. 2-person zero sum game. So in this type of game, let's understand with the example. Say player A, it is a gainer. Player A has 3 strategies: strategy number 1, strategy number 2, and strategy number 3. And here it is a player B. Player B have 2 strategies: strategy 1 and strategy 2. Now what happen when both the player will play with the different strategies? Let's consider player A will play with the strategy number 1 and player B will also play with the strategy number 1. Then let's suppose here it is the value -3 and here it is the value -1. What does it mean? It means when the player A will play with the strategy 1, then it gets a -3 rupees profit, or he gain a -3 rupees. It means it achieve a 3 unit of loss. And on the contrary, player B will get 3 unit of profit. And the same way will here. So whatever the matrix here written here, it is according to the A, or the player A or gainer. and if the value is negative, it will be a loss for a player A or gainer, and if it is the value is positive, it will be a profit for the player A. So let's say, suppose here the value is 2 and 3, here is 4, and let's say here is 5. So in this case, when the player A will play with the strategy number 3 and player B will play with the strategy number 1, total 3 unit of profit or 3 unit of gain will get a player A, and player B will lose rupees 3. So any positive value in the matrix will be a profit for player A, and the negative value will be a profit for player B. And as this is the 2 person, so there are 2 player A and player B, and zero sum game. Zero sum game, it is equal. It indicates that profit of A, it is exactly equal to the loss of B. So this is called as a 2-person zero sum game. The same way vice versa also is also true. Say loss of player A, which is equal to the profit of player B. So this is called as a 2-person zero sum game. If we want to convert this matrix or this payoff matrix according to the player B, which is a loser, then just simply multiply with the -1 to all this game, all this element or the payoff. So the matrix will be like this. Player B has only 2 strategy number 1 and strategy number 2. Here it is the player A. Player A has 3 strategies. Strategy number 1, strategy number 2, and strategy number 3. And just take the transport of this matrix and multiply with -1. So player according to the player B, it will be a 3 multiplied by -1 to all element, -2, -3, here it is +1, -4 and -5. So that could be a matrix for the player B or according to the player B, but we will use only this matrix as horizontal player or the player which is the gainer. We will put it for a row, and loser player or loser we will put for a vertical value, column. So this is the 2-person zero sum game. Now let us understand about the saddle point. What is the saddle point? Here the one example is given. For the player A, there are 3 strategies, and player B, there are again 3 strategies. And this is the payoff matrix for player A and player B. Here again, positive value will be a gain or the profit for the player A, negative value will be a loss for the player A, and the vice versa for the player B, negative value will be a profit for the player B, and positive value will be a loss for player B. Now what is saddle point? To understand the saddle point, we first have to understand 2 principles. First one is the minimax principle, and second one is the maximin principle. Maximin principle will be for player A, and minimax principle will be for player B. Actually it is not for A and B, it is actually for gainer and loser. Gainer and loser. So first understand what is the maximin principle and minimax principle for the player A and for player B respectively. So player A, let's understand what is the maximin principle. So for the player A, will always play with the maximin principle or will apply the maximin principle. In this case, first calculate row minima. Minima is the plural of minimum. So row minima. So for the row minima, from the first row minima is 2. From the second row, again row minima is 2. And for the third row minima is -2. So in this case, here we have to consider negative value also. So here it is a negative value is -3, and here it is -6. So in this case, this is the row minima. Now what does the row minima says? It is the least profit or the least gain for the player A. Now what will player A choose among this row minima? But obvious it is an maximum value. So among all these three, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is -2. So this is called as a maximin principle. Maximin principle is, in other terms, says player A will choose a maximum of minimum value of a particular strategies. So these are the minimum gain for a particular for a player, and from this minimum gain, he will choose a maximum value. So it is called as a maximin principle. The same way, player B will apply a minimax principle. Minimax principle. So what does is it is again B is a loser, and what he choose to play? He choose to play. I will first find out the maximum loss. Maximum loss, say positive value here. It is the 5 for the strategy 1, for the strategy 2 maximum value is 4, and for the strategy 3 the maximum value is 8. So this is the loss of a player B when he choose a particular strategy 1, 2 or 3. And now what he will select, he tries to minimize his loss as per the minimum. So this is the maximum loss when he apply a particular strategy, and he will choose a strategy which have a minimum loss. So here 4 is the minimum loss, and player B will choose a strategy number 2 to play the game, and player A will choose a strategy number 3 to play the games. So this is a point of maximin, and this is the point of minimax. So these two principles are maximin for player A and minimax for player B. If these two principles or the value after applying this maximin and minimax principle are equal, then it is called as a saddle point. Here both value are not an unique or not an identical, so this game does not have any saddle point. Let's see the example with the saddle point. In this again player A have a two strategy A1 and A2, and player B have a three strategy B1, B2 and B3. So the playoff matrix would be a -1, 2 and -2, and here 6, 4, -6. So this is the payoff matrix. Now player A will apply the maximin principle. So first row minima, which is equal to here -1, 2 and -2, so the minimum value is -2. Here 6, 4 and -6, so minimum value is -6. Now after considering the row minima, it will select the maximum value or maximum gain. Here it is a -2. So player A will play with the strategy A1. Now for the player B, it is a minimax principle. He will choose minimax principle. So first choose maximum value. So here it is maximum value is 6, here maximum value is 4, and here maximum value is -2. So it is also called as a column maxima or maximum value of the column. So after considering column maxima, it will choose a minimum value from that maximum. So minimum value is 6, 4 and -2. Here the minimum value is -2. So here for the row minima or the after applying a maximin and minimax principle, we get the identical value. So this problem has a or this payoff matrix or this game has a saddle point. And what is the value of game? Then first, what is the value of game? Value of game is nothing but the final or resultant payoff matrix for a particular payoff for a particular player. So ultimately, what will be the loss or profit for a particular player? It is called as a value of game. And when the saddle point is present, the value of game is equal to the saddle point value or equal to the value at saddle point when the saddle point is present. But if saddle point is does not present, there are a few methods which we have discussed earlier to calculate the value of game. So this is the problem with the saddle point. Now we will see what happen if the saddle point is not given. Let us understand more about the saddle point with the help of another example. Here, the player A have a 3 strategy A1, A2, A3. Player B has a 3 strategy B1, B2, B3. And the problem given is the find the range of P and Q. Say these 2 points, find the range of P and Q that will render the entry of 2, 2 as a saddle point for the game. So find the range of P and Q that will render the entry of 2, 2. Say second column and second row point, which is 7 here, as a saddle point. So in this problem, we are supposed to calculate the range of this P and Q which allow the 7 as a saddle point or the value of game. So as per our method, say player A will apply a principle of maximin and player B will apply a minimax principle. So to calculate this, first let's ignore P and Q, and without P and Q we will first consider apply the maximin principle and minimax principle for player A and player B respectively. So first we will apply for the player B minimax principle. So first calculate column minima. Column minima is here. Minimax principle, first maxima, not minima. For here it is 10. For here it is 7. We just ignore the P and Q, and for here it is 6. And from that minimum value is we should select 6. We should select the minimum value. So to select the minimum value here, we have to apply 7 or consider 7 as a saddle point. Though it is not here, but we have to consider this point as a saddle point as it is given in the problem. Now player A will apply maximin principle. So for the maximin principle, first calculate minimum or column row minima. So from this row minima it is 2. Here if we ignore the Q, then it will be 7 is the row minima, and here row minima is 4. And of this all 4, we will select a maximum value which is 7 here. So as here the given in the data that 2 say element of the second column and second row must be a saddle point. So to make this saddle point 7 here, what will be the value of P and Q that will not restrict the entry of a saddle point 7. So first we will consider about the value of Q. Then if we have to consider 7 as a row minima value, then the value of Q must be a less than 7. So applying the rule of minimum or row minima, if 7 is row minima, until and unless the value of Q is greater than 7. So from this relation we can say if the value is greater than 7, then and then only 7 can be selected as a row minima. If the value is more than 7, then less than 7, then 7 will no longer a row minima for the second row. So according to the row minima condition, the value of Q must be a greater than 7. Now let us try to understand the condition or the value or the range of player P, point P here. So here what we have selected first, the row maxima. So for the row maxima, if we select the 7 here, then it must be a value, then the value of P must be a less than or equal to 7. Then and then we can select the 7 as a row minima. Otherwise, if the value of P is greater than 7, the 7 will no longer a column maxima. So here, according to this strategy given, the value of P must be less than or equal to 7. Then and then 7 will be a maxima or the column maxima for this problem. So by this way we can calculate the range of the Q and P. The Q must be a greater than 7, and the value of P must be a less than or equal to 7. So by this way we can consider the range of value given. So that is all for friend today. What we have learned about the game theory. We see the definition of the game, then classification of the game, then few principle for the player A and player B, which was maximin principle for the player A or gainer, and the minimax principle for the player B or a loser. And lastly, we have seen saddle point, which is nothing but when the value of maximin and minimax principle are identical, it is called as a saddle point. And when the saddle point is present during the game, then value of game is exactly equal to the value of saddle point. Thank you, friends.